Happy Friday, my behavioral health students. I'm re-recording this video from yesterday. I had some issues and it certainly didn't upload, so we're going to try again. First of all, happy Friday. Happy end of the first week of school. You survived. I'm very proud of you. I'm going to go over some of the lessons, but let me just go over some of the basic do's and don'ts of the class. Many of you are doing very, very well with that blog. So the goal is so I don't have to answer questions 17 times. And you can probably get your answer a lot faster there because if someone's already asked it, then you can just scroll through. So when you kind of go to the blog area, from my view at least, if you look on the side, you can see all the other comments and you can just kind of scroll down or hit the button and then comment on someone else's, even if they gave you an answer you've been looking for. So that's a really good way and quick way to always be able to find some answers sometimes. I will always ask you to check the blog area that you have watched the video. That's my way of knowing that you're actually in the class and that you are responsible for the information. Just because you don't blog doesn't make you less responsible. It means you just didn't follow directions. So that is very important to really interact with the class. The goal is to try to make this class as interactive as possible, the same way you would if you were doing a face-to-face class. So that is the reason for the blog and the discussion posts, to really kind of get along, to get to know each other. I am a full-time student. I've said before, I'm in a PhD program, and I feel like I really know some of my colleagues, and they live 150 miles sometimes across the world or across the country, but because we interact and there are lots of videos, lots of interaction between us, we've really kind of developed a rapport. So it works out well in the online arena. So the class, by the way, this is the book. It is Abnormal Psychology. This is one of my favorite books. Behavioral health is just the new PC term for abnormal psychology. So many of you that have health insurance, if you want to see a therapist or go through something, on your insurance card on the back it says behavioral health provider. We are trying to make behavioral health as commonplace as your physical health. So that's all that means when we talk about behavioral health. It really is just kind of any kind of diagnosis. And if you've ever seen anyone at all for any kind of behavioral health treatment, you do have a diagnosis. We'll talk more about that. That's in the DSM, but it really is more about how the doctor gets paid. You have to have a diagnosis. So this book is, you're going to read the chapters, and at the end you are going to, you're going to read each chapter, answer a question, be sure that you interact with each other. Some of you I think I've commented on already. Share. I want you to know the knowledge from the book, but I want to know that you can integrate it in your personal life. We've talked about GAD. Everyone's had GAD. It's generalized anxiety disorder. Everyone's had it. It is one of those, we believe, very old part of our system, back even from the early man, where it was fight or flee. So that anxiety is telling us some things we need to do. One of our really good motivational speakers talks about the first 5 minutes when you have to make a decision, that if someone says, "Oh, can you do this?" that you should answer like in the first 5 seconds, because 5 seconds, not minutes, 5 seconds, because our anxiety, our GAD, kind of many times is a defense mechanism, a protection mechanism, that we're going to have to do something. And instead of waiting and making the decision and saying no, if we would just go for it, then it certainly would change our life. Just a thought, but that's kind of where we think that whole fight or flee comes from. Again, generalized anxiety disorder. Is it different than worry? That was one of the original questions, I believe. Well, we all worry. And what happens when we have anxiety? What does it feel like? And we've all had it. So share, and again, I'm not asking you for every personal detail of your life, but, make the class more interactive. So let me know that you've read the book, give me some knowledge, and then let me know that you can integrate it in your personal life. That's what we're looking for. Okay, this textbook is a pretty easy read. I'll go every week and kind of talk about what sections we're on. So this is just chapter 1. So take it easy, relax. Someone blogged about a research paper. Yes, there is one. I'll put it up shortly, but you don't get to worry about the last 15 weeks yet. I want you to just enjoy the class. I will never pull any surprises, I promise you. Everything that you have to do is on the syllabus if you want to look, but there are just no dates on that yet. So enjoy it. Happy Friday. And again, blog if you'd like to. I'll be live on Facebook on Monday. It is Case Knows, Monday at 11 o'clock. So I'm there also live to ask any questions that you might have. Have a wonderful one, guys. Bye.